Hello, my loves. We are here for the training, the 5 to 10x your income within a 60 to 90 day period. It's way more simple than you'll know, but if you don't know this, you will be capping yourself. Okay, so let's get into it. Your wealth is obviously an expansion and a direct presentation reflecting back to you of your current state, your reality. Your brain also, it does not know what money is, and that's exactly why you don't have more of it. Okay, I don't mean that as any kind of insult. I mean it literally. It is neurologically, like you're wired and your brain has never once processed money as money. It is just numbers on a screen, but it processes it as survival, as status, as tribal safety, as your identity. And until you really understand that, you will keep hitting the same bandwidth, the same ceilings, the same blocks, right? Not because you're not smart enough, not because something's going on with the market or something's going on with society, not because your offer's not good enough, not all those surface level shit things, not because of any of that. I do believe in strategy as well, but most of it is happening unconsciously, right? Because there is always opportunities, there is always ways, and you can be solution driven, but you will find problems if you're not wired in this way, right? But it is because obviously your neurology was never designed to let you actually have more than what feels safe. And safe is a number that your body and your brain decided on a long time ago. Probably before you were even aware you were forming beliefs about money at all. So here's what's actually happening inside your brain when wealth is on the table. Your brain runs on prediction, not experience, but prediction. And the brain's entire job is to make predictions about what's going to happen next based on what happened before, your past. And it's to protect you from outcomes that previously would have felt dangerous. So this is called predictive coding, and it is the operating system underneath every financial decision you make. So what that means is, in real terms, is that your brain has a prediction about what you earn. It has a prediction about what you're worth, so your value. It has a prediction about what happens when you significantly want more money and when you make significantly more money than the people around you. And every single action you do or do not take, every price you set, every conversation you have, every opportunity you either pursue or you let pass you by is being filtered through those predictions without your conscious awareness. So you are not making free choices about your income, about whether you 5 to 10x your income within the 60 to 90 day period. It's all unconscious. You are executing a neurological program. And most people will spend their entire lives executing that program and calling it their reality. That's just how it goes for me. No. To 5 to 10x your wealth in 60 to 90 days, and I mean actually do it, not just like take little action, little steps, little inches towards it. I mean, like, literally 5 to 10x it. Three neurological things need to happen that almost I've not heard anybody talk about, right? But it's learning it through the brain science. So the first is to identify reconsolidation. Okay, so what that means is your brain stores your sense of self in a network of memories, predictions, and emotional associations. So wealth at a new level feels threatening, not because it's actually dangerous, but because it sits outside the identity structure that your brain has consolidated over the years. So the brain treats identity violations the same way it treats physical pain. It will do almost anything to create back to familiar. So the work isn't motivation, it isn't even strategy, it's literally updating the neural architecture of who your brain believes you are. Okay, the second is threat reclassification. So deep in your brain, in structures that predate conscious thought by millions of years, there are survival programs running constant threat assessments, all to do with staying alive. So if visibility is a threat, separation from the group is a threat, having significantly, again, more than the people closest to you is a threat. Your brain does not distinguish between social threat and physical threat. So the neurochemical response is identical. So every time wealth asks you to be more visible, more powerful, more separate, your brain fires a threat response and you feel it as doubt, distraction, overwhelm, sudden urgent reasons why now isn't the right time. That threat response has to be reclassified at the level it was recreated, at the level it was created rather. Not talked over, reclassified. And the third is what I call wealth anchoring. And this is the piece that actually makes the numbers move super fucking fast. Your brain will expand into a new financial reality only when it has enough neurological evidence that the new level is safe. Not intellectually, neurologically, which means you have to create very specific experiences in a very specific sequence that give your brain new data to predict from. When you do that correctly, the shift in income isn't gradual. It's almost sudden because you're not pushing against the program anymore. You've rewritten it. So the woman who is at 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is, even 10K months, but can't crack the consistency of what she actually wants, right? The person who has a brilliant launch and has 3 months then of almost nothing. The person that closes high ticket with ease sometimes and then completely dismantles the next few months, right? With the different types of clients. The woman who receives a huge opportunity and then finds a million reasons, rational reasons why the timing isn't right. None of that strategy. None of it's the market or social society. All neurology running a wealth ceiling and bandwidth that was set so early and so deep that it feels like your whole personality. It feels like that's just how things are. It isn't. It's a program, and programs can be changed. So what I do is I find the exact program that's running, identify precisely where it was set and why, and then dismantle it at the level it was created. Not the surface, not the behavior, the actual root. And when you do that, wealth doesn't creep up. It reorganizes super fucking fast. If you're watching this and you know, not like suspect, you know that your neurology is the thing between you and a completely different financial reality, we need to chat, right? Because this is what I do. I have guarantees of 5 to 10x in your wealth within 60 to 90 days. That's not just a fluffy thing. That is a guarantee. And I'll only work with people that I know that I can get that outcome with. So if you want the details on that, message me, guarantee, and I will share the details with you. And we will have a look at what you are meant to achieve within this time frame. We've got to look at 6 months of this year is already gone. Are you 50% of the way financially where you thought you would want to be? Or you know that you could be? And if not, things have got to change. So let's play with that, okay? Message me, guarantee, and let's fucking play.